Before deciding if you should use ClickHouse, I'll walk you through some of its functions and some of the reasons why I personally like ClickHouse. Mind you, this is not a sponsored post. In fact, late 2025, I made a LinkedIn post that I'm betting on ClickHouse for 2026, and these were some of the reasons I outlined, which I'll be talking about today. It's also interesting that right after I made that prediction in 2026 January, ClickHouse secured, they raised a $400 million Series D investment for them to accelerate their AI infrastructure, which is awesome. And they've also been sharing updates. You can definitely check that out on their YouTube or on their LinkedIn page. Some of the reasons why I believe ClickHouse might be the preferred option for you is because of its ability to deal with large data sets and its ability to deal well with growing data sets in a way that you can manage costs. Sounds mundane, but if you've worked with multiple databases or multiple data solutions, you find out that the cost can skyrocket really quick when you start growing your data. ClickHouse is a fast OLAP database solution, and the beauty there is it could be self-hosted and it could be on the cloud, which is ClickHouse Cloud. But I'll be showing you how you can integrate this into your current cloud solutions, and it is currently growing in its capacity. So let me walk you through it. As you can see at the top, ClickHouse now supports Postgres, but let's go straight into the existing solutions. ClickHouse has a native solution to connect directly to Snowflake, BigQuery, Redshift, and S3. However, Azure has not been set up yet, but you can set up Azure using the REST API, and that works seamlessly. I've tried that. Another good feature of ClickHouse is its ability to work with event data, and it does that through the MergeTree engines. And let me show you that on my screen. The MergeTree engines, you can find that on the engines and the table engine. So when you're creating the table, it could be the MergeTree, could be the replacing tree, it could be the summing MergeTree, and it could be the aggregating MergeTree. I have to create a different video to walk you through this. The MergeTree is primarily for inserting records when you want to have a huge insert and you know that that table is not going to be updating records. The MergeTree is usually the best engine to use, and the engine is usually set up when you're creating the table, and this is the parameter for creating it. A unique thing also about ClickHouse is that it doesn't use the primary key, it uses the order by instead. So your first field in the order by is going to be the primary key, and that's how you want it to flow. Another that will be worth sharing is the replacing MergeTree. So the replacing MergeTree on the other end works well with when you're updating multiple data into a database, and it is used for clearing out duplicate data. In this case, it keeps the latest and the most recently updated data, but it clears out duplicate data. It also makes use of the order by, not the primary key. It's important to note this. It makes use of the order by, not the primary key. And that's that on the MergeTree. I'll create a separate video to walk through that. And the next one that will be important to look into is the cost, and how, and I mentioned a lot about the cost and how we are able to make it predictable. Most platforms don't have this feature, and it's also affordable compared to other database solutions. So for the basic, the basic has only one zone, so it has zero redundancy, which I would say you should use it when you're only setting up to test out the solution. But there is a tracker here at the bottom where you can set up the space that you want. I believe the max you can set up is 12. So the max you can set up is 12. Do you have compressed data? And will your data always be on? So this is the max you're going to pay per month if you're using the basic, and the max you're going to pay per month if you're using the scale solution using for the BI. Let's assume we have 2 replicas and we just want something simple. and it is always on. So we're paying about double of what we're paying initially. But the difference here is that you can ramp up your volume. You can go as high as 13 gigabytes per RAM for both of them. And also you are making sure that your data solution is redundant, or you're ensuring redundancy in your data solution basically. And the enterprise solution, you can go as much as you want to. But my point here is you are able to keep track of your costs, and you're able to lock down your costs based on the size of the RAM that you want to use and based on how horizontal you want to make sure your database is. Finally, ClickHouse is still in its early stages, but I'm still betting on them. If your business data is beginning to grow, you are looking at event-based data, you're looking at real-time data, streaming data, ClickHouse is definitely worth exploring, considering its speed and its cost. If you enjoyed today's video and you want to see more of things like this, or you want me to discuss on other analytical topics, feel free to share it in the comment section. And like every other time, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Cheers.